I moved here in 83.
1983.
Wow.
And I decided to move to San Francisco because I lived over in Oakland.
Right.
And I thought, San Francisco is where I need to be.
Of course.
I want to be queer. I want to breathe. I want to wear my hats. I want to be me.
And so what was it like when you got here? What was you like? You showed up and got off this train. You're like, here I am, world.
San Francisco was very different. You had the African Americans on one side, and you had the Caucasians on the other side.
Oh, wow.
There was a line of demarcation. And you didn't actually see people intermixing. No, not really that much.
And you were just out of high school, or how old were you?
Out of high school.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you were entering the world.
Entering the world, being gay, with my bag saying, welcome to San Francisco. But on the other side, go back home if it doesn't work out.
You always got to have an alternative plan.
Did your parents know all this was going on?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
By my father being a doctor, he understood. I mean, he's checked enough assholes in his time, so I'm quite sure.
On many levels.
Your asshole's a little bit loose.
Little corn cob here.
No, you kept asking for prostate exam. No.
Well, no, not yet. I got a job with the stock exchange, Pacific Stock Exchange, which was a very scary point in my life.
Okay.
Because you're entering into a world of true heterosexual men.
Right.
And
they're all macho.
Oh, they're all macho. Right. They're greedy. They have no respect for gays. No respect for anybody.
No respect for anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
But money.
Oh yes, lots of that. You know, I mean, that was the name of the game.
Hey.
Yep.
Whores, money, and anything else you could possibly get.
Yeah.
As they say, any hole in the storm will do. That's an old Navy term. Anyway. I worked on the floor. When I got on the floor, I was a little nervous about the floor because people that really didn't understand about the gay world.
No, not at all.
Wow. But they knew. I mean, they knew that San Francisco was a very gay city even back then. Is that right?
Well, they knew that, but in that
they
world,
worked with you.
But it was it was very ghettoized. You're saying.
Truly very
Yeah.
ghettoized. When I came in, they looked at me and said, he's a little effeminate. And I thought to myself, you got that right. You haven't seen the show yet.
There's certain people I can sell to that you can't sell to.
So true, my love. So true.
Okay.
But the fun part about it is that I was able to become myself out of it. I worked for the stock exchange for 27 years.
Wow.
I had braids. I had dreadlocks. I had blonde hair. I was a redhead. I was
everything but subtle.
Oh, amen. There's no such word as subtle for me.
Wow. And were there laws protecting discrimination if they had fired you for that back then?
There was no laws for
Nothing.
that.
So they could have fired you for just wearing red hair and being gay.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
of course. But I gave a party once for the stock exchange. And one of the brokers decided that he's going to pop out of the closet. At this time when I'm giving a party, can you believe this?
Like literally out the closet.
Oh, yes, indeed. He showed up in a dress. And everybody at the party is going, no, he didn't. And I'm freezing. Well, all of a sudden, he rushes toward me and he kisses me on the cheek.
Was he a good-looking woman, first of all?
Well, darling,
These are Maria's concerns. He was doing his best.
he was beautiful, darling. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
I think he really felt at ease is because I was at ease with myself.
Right.
And he thought, why shouldn't I take the risk? He decided to come to work that Monday like that.
Maria, is this you really?
No. That was when the trouble started for him because he actually didn't start off working like that.
So he changed.
Wearing a dress is different than being gay.
Exactly.
It's further along on the
It's different buttons.
It pushes a lot of buttons. And a lot of buttons that people don't understand, especially men, straight men, they don't have.
And also, you don't just bust out in like a dress. Maybe you start wearing eyeliner and then you just...
Just don't bust that dress out immediately.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just all of a sudden you say,
Get your ears pierced.
I feel mommy dearest right now.
Wow.
But you couldn't actually work on the trading floor in a dress and be a man. He sued the exchange for that, which I was very happy for him. I was very supportive of him for that. He won his case, and
How much did he win?
I don't know, but I wish we would have shared the pot. You know, I'd have been over in Hawaii.
I'll wear, even if you're straight, I'll wear a dress for $5 million.
Baby, listen, I'll even wear some fishnets with it.
That's right.
I was very, very happy for him in winning his case because a lot of the gays that were working on the trading floor were basically in the closet when I came out.
And you knew that they were.
I
could
knew
tell?
they were.
You could
Right,
smell. You
from
have good
the
gaydar.
bars.
You have good gaydar.
Well, I knew it was just that, we had that little walk, and one bun goes up and one bun goes down, that kind of thing. And then one.
Your nail. Look at the nails.
Well, one stays in the bathroom too long. So you know something's wrong, okay? But they finally came out. And gays were actually much more accepted now than they were before. Now we have gays that are in better positions.
Oh, yeah. I'll be running the show in some
Some of them are running the show, and they're not afraid to be themselves. I mean, if you swirl around the floor and be a little, prancy-wancy.
And it's the lesson that you showed is just be yourself, and eventually people are just going to accept you.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
If you open up yourself to people.
And be true to yourself.
And true to yourself. And you believe in what you're doing. And I don't care if someone's effeminated or they feel like they want to be transgender or whatever they want to be.
Whatever floats their boat.
Exactly. Just be yourself, and then people will open up to you, and doors open up to you. Unbelievably.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And if you're hiding stuff, that kind of plays out into your everyday life. You
it
don't know
does.
it. You don't know it.
Oh yeah, you walk around uptight all the time.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Oh well, they do because your buns are like you got peanut butter in the middle of it.
With all this influx of technology, people, a lot of people are moving to San Francisco. A lot of people are moving out. Do you see any regression, or do you see a continued move forward?
The .com took away a whole bunch of things for people.
Yeah.
Technology now has brought in another group of people. The 20-year-olds are making the $150,000 a year, blah, 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 blah. They're knocking everybody out of pocket. That's why people can't keep their apartments, because people are buying their apartments. Technology is really a very scary thing at this point, to me.
Concentrated power is really what it is.
Well, it is concentrated power.
Yeah.
And look at Google. Do you see them basically in the gay parade, Google?
Good question. I guess we're going to find out at the next
I
gay
don't know. I
pride.
never go to the gay parade. I always
I
always go out drinking.
Are you very optimistic about where San Francisco is right now relative to how it's been in the last 30 years?
I'm very optimistic.
Yeah.
But underneath, I feel that undercurrent.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I'm a little afraid of.
Well, that's why we're here with Under the Golden Gate.
Yeah. Giving bits and pieces to the public so that they understand what the gay life is. The gay life is a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
you got it right.
Or you could also include the straight brethren who are on our side.
Yeah, because to me, it's the
We're
loss
fun.
of diversity. Yeah, it's the loss of diversity. It's not about gay or straight. It's about expressing the fact that as Uncle Mark, my male side, just resents being told that he cannot at least use a little bit of his female intuition to mix in with the masculine. And that really annoys him.
I think that would be annoying.
Yeah, it would be very annoying. So hanging out in a place like this is just wonderful for even a straight guy, I think.
They get something out of this. They learn about their fellow man. Exactly.
But one thing I will say about the Google kids, most of them, this younger group of kids, the gay thing doesn't seem to bother them at all.
They've already mixed in with the pool. Their generation is much different than our generation.
Oh, good. So eventually our generation, as we die off, that it'll just become a non-issue.
Oh, yeah. It will.
God.
Well,
I don't want to be mummified yet.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to your younger self?
Keep moving on.
Keep moving on.
Keep moving on. You think children can do that, right? Yeah, they just need somebody to tell them. And the great thing is that they can tune into shows like this. They don't have the school brainwashing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you have something like this that you can watch, and you have people who have good ideas and who have wonderful intentions, that they can see that life does exist. This is not La La Land.
Right. Yeah.
It's real reality.
It is real reality.
And I
every day.
love this show.
Yeah, and my viewpoint is don't listen to anybody who makes you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, because they is wrong.
Whatever it is.
Right.
So true.
Your teacher, your parents, whatever. Your stomach will tell you.
Oh my
Oh no,
God.
this is wrong. Yeah.
And you could look at the person and say, this is wrong.
And all you got to figure out is whether or not to say anything or just keep your mouth shut and try to get the hell out of there. Yeah.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah, where your power lives.
Well, I should have brought my fan.
Next time.
Next
time.
Well,
I
Everett,
love
thank
this
you
shirt. I love
for
this
taking
shirt.
some time to come out and hang out with us. Let
Yes.
the world get to know your fabulosity.
Well, listen, I want to thank the both of you for having me on this lovely show and to listen to some of the other stars, I might add.
Yeah, great.
You learn something, you meet new people.
Oh, I learned a lot
Life
on
under the
this
Golden
show.
Gate.
Yes, Life
It
under
really
the
is,
Golden
because
Gate.
the thing about living in San Francisco is it's all a big small town.
It's so true.
Really,
Lots
very
going on.
true.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.